Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Studio Series Transformers One Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. So before we take a look at the figure itself, you can tell I'm excited. We're going to take a look at his packaging here. So bringing it up nice and close, you can see you got some nice, if it wants to focus, some nice artwork there of Optimus Prime in his Robo Mode. He's the 112th Studio Series figure. Studio Series, Autobot, Optimus Prime, A+, Hasbro, Transformers, Generations, Takara Tomy, Transformers One. On this side, you got a nice, more extended version of that art there. Optimus Prime is Robo Mode, Autobot symbol, authentic Transformers. Ain't that cool? And on this side, you got some nice close-up there of Prime. And then down here, you got Deluxe Class in a bunch of different languages. Studio Series along the side, 112 on top, Transformers One. On the bottom, nothing important. And on the back, he had a nice picture there of Prime in his Robo Mode, in his vehicle mode, 25 steps, big screen inspired, Metropolis of Icon. Oh, that's his, that's this thing. And then his bio says, a hero fulfills his destiny becoming the legendary Optimus Prime. Couldn't be more fitting. He can hold his Matrix backdrop, all that great stuff. So, that is it for the box. And now we shall bring in the Prime. And oh my god. I just want to say, favorite Deluxe, favorite Prime, favorite everything. No, not favorite figure, because that goes to Concept Art Megatron, but definitely a very nice Deluxe. He's my favorite Optimus that I have. The smallest Optimus I have, but definitely my favorite Optimus that I have. He just looks so freaking good. Hey, camera, you want to focus? Camera, you want to focus? Camera does not want to focus. There we go. So, bring him up closer, you can see how he looks there, the nice primey head sculpt. I love Optimus Prime's freaking face design in this freaking movie because, like, look at his face. I don't know why. It just looks so freaking cool. And I like that you can see the Matrix there in his chest. That's so awesome. And I know, like, the product shots in some reviews show, like, that, like, yellowy plastic look. This guy definitely has it. I will say that, like, beige plastic look thing. But I think the way that my lighting is, you kind of can't really see it all too much. So, hey, you know, at least one review where you guys won't see that disgusting yellow plastic. But yeah, I mean, in person it's not bad, but in pictures and videos, yeah, it's pretty ooey. But yeah, he does look pretty good. His crotch plate there, his legs, he's like 90% leg, and it's accurate to the film, so it is all good. I do like the way he looks. Here's the back. You know, this whole thing, he literally looks perfect. Like, this Prime looks perfect, but one thing, this back, this makes the roof of the vehicle, but you can just pop it off, and without that, literally it just looks exactly like how Optimus did in the movie. Like, I'm low-key, because he's a desk bot right now, he literally stands right here where my finger is, until I make a Transformers One shelf, or he's going to be here until I get Megatron, or any other Transformers One Studio Series figure, which is going to be for a while. So probably Megatron's going to be the first one I get. So he's going to be here for a while. But this thing, if he didn't have this, like, literally, like, look at him. Like, he's beautiful. He's just, like, oh my goodness, I love the way he looks. But yeah. But, you know, for the sake of the video, he's going to have that on. I was going to say, since he's a desk bot right now, he's probably gonna, I could probably just pop this off, leave it there for now, but no, I'm probably gonna leave it on. So I forget I ever said that. And my dogs are barking. I apologize, I can't stop them. But yeah, he just looks really freaking good. So, anyway, articulation wise, his head, he can literally look all the way up. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy he can do that. His arms can go out about that far. They can go all the way around. You do get full 360 there. You do have an inward butterfly joint, so that's freaking awesome. And you can also utilize the transformation joint if you want him to get him, like, to bring his arms a little more forward. If you're trying to get him to hold his Matrix or something, that's something you can do if you want him to. But, you know, I'm probably not gonna do that just because. And now it doesn't want to go back in. Why? Because my freaking camera is recording. There we go. Anyway, all that looks nice there. You get a swivel there at the bicep. You get 90 degrees of bend at the elbow there. And you do get a swivel at the wrist, which is fantastic. You do get a ab rotation. Look at the way his waist rotation is. It's at his chest. Excuse me? So, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but you do get it. So at least it's there, and it's like not there. It's not like it's not there at all. So at least he does have some form of waist rotation. Now the way the legs work, this crotch panel is all one piece. And one thing I noticed, the more I flick it up and down, the more it wants to come out from this side. So you're moving it up and down, it gets looser and looser. And then, yeah, see what happens? It'll pop off, and then the whole thing can just pop off. So that is just strange. But I mean, it does need to be one piece for the way the transformation is, but I feel like there's a better way they could have done that. Because then if you want to bring his legs up and you have to move this out the way, he's like 90%. He has like no stomach. He's just like chest, crotch, like what? So, I mean, you know, what are you gonna do? Anyway, the legs, you bring up the crotch plate, can go up about that far, can go back about that far, and then they can go out to about there. You get a swivel there at the thigh. It's technically at the knee joint, and you do get a little over 90 degrees of bend at the knee, which is also fantastic. And then the toes can go down for transformation, and you do get your ankle tilt, which is also freaking amazing. And if this guy's freaking diaper wants to go back into place, it is literally beautiful. Like, oh my god, like look at him, just stare at him. Oh, accessory wise, he comes with two things, one of which is literally stupidly redundant and will never be used again after this video. So he comes with his Energon axe here, which is cast in a nice blue plastic. It is orange in the film with some blue ends to the axe, but this is probably based off concept art. So, I mean, it's pretty late concept art because look at the way he looks. So he does come with his Energon axe here, and he can hold it. You can just plug it right there in his hand, and boom. Prime with his Energon axe, and that looks pretty freaking sweet. Or you can take it off and do the lame thing of storing it on his back. There are two slots back here, and there are tabs on the sides of this thing, and you can just, or not. I literally have never tried this, so we're just gonna, yeah, there you go. So you can store it back there if you want. One thing too, I want to point out, when you're holding this guy, this back panel, if you push it a little too hard, it's gonna go flick forward. So that's gonna happen to you quite a bit. It's a little annoying, but I wish it was a little more secure in place there. But given how it's attached to him, it's not that big of a deal. So anyway, yeah, axe, and then he has another accessory which is mainly only for vehicle mode, but I have to show it off because reasons. Which is this thing, and these are little guns he can have in his alt mode on the front of the truck, and it's not even screen accurate because he doesn't have these in his main vehicle mode. So these things are literally going in the accessory bin when I'm done with this video. But there are two little notches here, and you can come underneath his backpack, and there are two tabs under there, and you can just take this and slot that over those, and then close this up, and yeah, there you go. You have some little pointy bits sticking out his butt cheeks there, but they're not that visible, but it's just like they really don't need to be there. So yeah, I'm just gonna remove these, put them off to the side. And then he also does have his matrix of leadership, and we can open the chest here. One thing actually before we do that, this thing is two pieces, so you can lift up this like top section first and then the bottom section, and it will literally go back to normal when you flip it all up. I don't know, I just thought that was cool. And then we can just poke out the matrix here. And here it is. Does look quite nice. It's definitely smaller than previous matrices. I'm gonna grab, let me find it real quick. If I can find it real quick. I said real quick, not 30 cycles. Matrix of leadership, where are you? Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, I found it. So here is his matrix with the Earthrise, the Earthrise Prime matrix, and you can see it is definitely a lot smaller there than the Earthrise one. Here it is with Armada Prime's matrix, a completely different version of the matrix. Doesn't even look like the G1 one, but you can tell there. Here he is with Legacy G2 Universe Primes Matrix Laser Optimus. And this one's also as flat as this one practically, so yeah. And then last but not least, here he is with the Gamer Edition Matrix. So yeah. Different matrices, different primes, but yeah, this guy's. And he can hold it. I'm just going to close his chest here for a second. He has these little slots in his knuckles here, and you can take the matrix and you can slot it in those. It is a rather tight connection to like get done, so you can just bring that up. Oh my god, this freaking hip skirt does not want to stay in place. So you can bring these in here, bring his arms in. I'm not going to tab it into the other one, but you know, you get the idea. He can hold his matrix. Awesome. Wow. Great stuff. That matrix is most likely staying in his chest. So lift that up, plug it back in there, and close that back up. It is cool though that you can like see it from outside. So I am quite the fan of that. He also has the smokestacks. They do come in that little like paper plastic thingy. So he does have these. They're just the same. You just plug them on his shoulders. And you can, if you want, you know, you can rotate him. So if you want to do that, the flamethrower pose he had, you can if you want to. But they just go on there like that. So yeah. So that is basically it for accessories. He kind of looks a little wonky on camera, but it's all right. So now for comparisons, here he is with Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. So you can see how these two look together. This was my favorite Prime, but now this one is my favorite Prime. So yeah. This guy's been getting knocked down a couple of spots on my my top 20 list. He was number 1, then he went to number 2, and then he was like number 4. Now he's number 5, which is kind of crazy to think about, but yeah. Here he is with the G2 Laser Optimus Prime, who is much taller than him. Oh my god, with those freaking big ass shoulders. Here he is with the Earthrise Optimus Prime. And then last but certainly not least, here he is with the most recent Prime in my collection, the Armada Optimus Prime. So there you go. So that's basically it for his robot mode. Now we shall get into his transformation. So first thing you're going to want to do here, you're going to come to his head here, rotate it around, flip it up, and then it's on this little base here that you can just collapse it into his body, and now he's like, where's my head? And you can have him running around like, oh my god, where's my head? It's like, if you want to recreate that gag from the movie, you can. It's funny. It's funny. Leave me alone. But yeah. Next, what you want to do is you want to come to his back section here, bring this up, rotate it around like so. So it's up there. Then you want to undo his chest. This section is just gonna come up there, and then you can bring his arms here out, and then on this side too, bring it out just like so. And then I would bring these forward a little bit, because then you're going to come to this panel right here and just pop it up, and this is going to create that front of the cab there. So you start to see that going on, and then you can take the arms here and just bring them in just like so, so that they look like that, all nice and compressed. And then you're going to bring these down, and this tab is going to go into that slot there in the shoulders. So just bring that down, tab that in, bring this down, and tab that in, just like that. So that looks like that. And then you can just take the top and collapse it here over all of that. So now you literally have the cab of his truck all done. Then you're going to take his chest rotation joint and just rotate it all the way around here, just like so. And then you can just bring this entire section down, and then you can bring his legs up here. Oh, you actually want to flip up the crotch plate, so make sure that goes all the way up. So you can bring the legs up here, and then there's a few things you're going to want to do with all of this. So starting off, you're going to take his toes, collapse them down, and then they click into place, just like that. Then you're going to come to these little blue panels here and flip these out, like so. Flip these out. Then you can tab his legs together, make sure his ankle tilts are straightened out, and then you're going to bend his knees a little bit because this is going to come up just a little more, so it makes the truck flatter here. There's some tabs under here that are going to go in these ports in his arms, and then these circles in his hands are going to go into here. So just tab those in. This one I have to freaking bend that. 1 second. There we go. So you gotta, I always have to straighten out this thigh piece because it never wants to tab in correctly. So strange, but yeah. And then those will line up with these. So push those in there. Once you get that all lined up, everything should be in its correct spot. So yeah, I think that is it. And there you have Transformers Studio Series 1, Transformers Studio Series 1, wow. Transformers Studio Series Transformers 1 Optimus Prime in his truck mode. And yeah, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. It looks really good. I'm really happy. I saw a lot of people complaining about like certain connections with like his hands. Again, I don't know why it always happens to me, but it's just not a thing on mine. And the transformation feels solid to me. 10 out of 10 figure. I literally have zero complaints. If it will, like, besides like the few things I nitpicked before, and this stupid thing, which we'll get to in a second, it's like literally like the perfect version of this TF1 Prime. I still want to get the Takara Commander or whatever the hell it's called, Optimus Prime, just because I want to have those Takara leaders for the movies going forward. Because yeah, those just look great, and I have the Optimus Primal, so yeah. You can see the cab here of his truck. And all this just looks very, very nice. So yeah, and then I like how the front toes come, the headlights, or the tail lights back here. So that is pretty cool. And then, like I said, accessories. He's got this stupid thing that's not even accurate to the movies because he doesn't even have little points right here. But there's these two little tabs that you can plug into these slots right here on the bumper. So just tab those in. Right there, and yeah, he has those now. So, I mean, if you want to have them on there, cool, it's your figure. If you decide to get this guy, do whatever the hell you want with it, I really don't care. And then you can store the axe too. There's these two tabs on the sides. They're going to go into these little spots in his knees. There's some slots in there, so what you're going to do is untab the legs just a little bit, and then it's going to go in backwards, so just make sure this section of the axe goes under those tabs. And then tab the knees into the axe. This point you can tab in the legs back together. Make sure all that is tabbed into place. And boom, axe storage. That's actually pretty clean, so I am happy about that. It does look quite good. He doesn't have a trailer hitch of any kind, so he can't really tow any trailers. But yeah, so accessory storage. It's cool. It's whatever. I'm not the biggest fan of these, but whatever. So now for some comparisons. Here he is with the Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. Another Cybertronian Prime. Here he is with the G2 Laser Optimus Prime. And the Earthrise Prime. And then finally here he is with the Armada Optimus Prime. And I love this truck mode. I know I keep saying it, but... So, there you go. So the last thing to talk about, which I'm going to start doing more often, I know I said that last time, but I actually mean it this time, is the backgrounds for these guys. So we can just... Yeah, see, I didn't even take the legal information out. So you can remove that and put the box right here. and you get this nice background of Iacon, and then you can take Prime, plop them down right there, and yeah, use that as a display thing if you want to. I never do. It's not something that's necessary, but yeah. So there you have it. There's the Transformers Studio Series Transformers One Deluxe Class Optimus Prime. As like I said, this is my new favorite Prime. He's beautiful. He looks fantastic, like he jumped off the freaking screen. His articulation is great. The only thing, you know, with his like this crotch panel here, you know, it's not too bad. It's workable. It's workable. It's doable if you know, move things around right and don't make him look like he's got stomach and then or chest and then crotch right away. But hey, other than that, articulation's fantastic. He looks amazing. Transformation is fun. It's solid for me. His vehicle mode looks, oh my goodness. Other than that stupid thing, yeah, I would literally give this guy like a 9.5 out of 10 if I had to rate him. Like he's literally perfect. He's literally beautiful. Like I have no complaints. I love the way he looks. But the Matrix is cool. It's small, but it's cool. But yeah, he's just a really great figure. So with that being said, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button down below. If you want to see more from my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And yeah, that's all for this one. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.